Hello, TubeUbers! I was gonna do something different today because I missed Marvelous Monday crafting crew yesterday, and yeah, so I find myself in need of a birthday card for a relative. I want to show you because this came out so cool. So I want to show you what I did because this is like the coolest thing. So, a friend of mine, Nancy May, loves to do layering stencils. But I want to show you that you don't have to have lots of layers to do layering stencils. So this is a Pretty Pink Posh stencil. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of the leaves, but it's definitely Pretty Pink Posh. Let me see if they wrote it on here. No, but I will definitely put it down in the description box below. Came out a while ago. So one of the things I do is I put that lovely pixie spray on the back of it. Yes, it is worth it. You've all convinced me. It's true. So, but I want to show you what I did. So, Concord 9th Premium Dye Ink, because this came out so cool. So Sprout, I'm going to start with my lighter colored ink and a piece of tape because I am the messiest crafter ever. And when you have really long fingernails, it just gets everywhere. So, come on. Sometimes I find that when you first stick it down on the paper, it's like not really stuck, you know? But here's the deal. And yes, you saw me go right from the ink pad directly to the leaves. Oi, oh my God, you're supposed to tamp it off first. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going directly to the leaves. I am leafing. Look at me leafing. Here I go. You know what? You gotta do stencils and do inking the way you want to do inking. In this case, we're going to use the ink that's on the stencil later on. Okay? So don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. I'm trying to get nice sprout coverage. These leaves are sprouting. Look at them sprouting. I don't have to worry about what direction the leaves are going, or even that the stencil just went oop, because now those are the sprout leaves. Now you're going to turn your stencil a little bit, get it where you want it. I want to kind of cover it with different leaves. Push it down. You can do this as long as you do it with 2 different colors of green. You're good. Get your lovely little hand dauber back in place. You may have noticed that I am left-handed, so my hand dauber is on my right hand, holding the stencil down. You could do this on your Wendy Becky make, station as well. If you hadn't been like, oh, this is so cool, I got to show everybody, because you could have done that too. But I didn't do that. You could do this with your Later Gator inks and your Later Gator and Overzealous, or Later Gator and Fake Plant from Simon. You could do it with whatever you've got, as long as they're dye inks. You want to do it with dye inks. I suppose you could do it with Distress Oxides because they're reactive with water too. Ooh, somebody needs to re-pixie spray their stencil. But yeah, notice I'm just plopping right onto the stencil from the ink pad. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So this birthday card is actually for my 83-year-old aunt who is stuck at home in Boston, actually in Peabody. She's in Peabody. They all grew up in Revere and Revere Beach. And you know, if I wanted to, I could talk like this. You know, it's Revere, which is like North Cape. The North Cape, Cape Ann is actually where that is. Luckily, I don't have to. But yeah, my Aunt Jacqui is your typical Northern Bostonian. Hi, how are ya? Complete with little dog. She's a great lady. She just makes me laugh every single time I do it. And here comes the magic. So, see, that's just fine. That's just, you know, your normal, okay, you just like did the stencil in 2 different directions. But here comes the magic. This is the magic. Okay, ready? So here's what you do. Here's what you do. You water down your stencil. Now I sound like my Aunt Jacqui. You water down your stencil. You get that ink good and gloppy. Ready for this? Watch this. Now, this is going to be reverse stenciling and activating your ink. Look at this. Oh, that's too much water. Okay, well, anyway. Okay. Where's my rag? Where's my rag? What did I do with it? There it is. Everybody should have a rag. There you go. But, do you see where the stencil is? Yeah. Oh, too much water. Oh, too much water. Okay, now. All right. A little more ink on here. Yep. A little more ink on your stencil. A little less water. A little more ink. This is good. This is good. Don't worry about it. Here you go. And, oh, see? Oh, it's going to be so cool. And now we pause. Hold on a minute. And voila! Okay, so I actually kind of like that too wet. So this one's dry now, actually. Okay, could use a little more dry there, but that's kind of cool. So this one is a little less wet on the stencil. This one's a little more wet on the stencil. But as you can see, that kind of layers it differently. Ooh, I like it. I like it. So there you go. There you go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And here's some more stencil bits you can pick up. This is what I always do with my stencils. I always wet them down. And then, yeah, that's kind of cool. You get that pattern, not just, yeah. I like it. And you can sort of see the stencil pattern in the background. Well, cool. And see, this is what I'm going to do with this. Purple's her favorite color. So there were 4 of them. There are now only 3 of them. So we celebrate them when we can. You know, and I'll probably pop up this rose. I have, so see, I have lots of roses for her. And then I have, she says pulling off her, and then I have actual, you know, rose leaves as well over here. And we'll stick those under there. This is not anywhere near done, but you get the general idea. And that will be, and then there's a happy birthday sentiment that goes on top there. So, pretty cool. This is the Sunny Studios Layering Rose Set. It's got 4 different layers to it. And these inks are in order on the bottom. So, oh, sorry. So the first layer was done with Pretty Petunia. The second layer was done with Crown Me. So that's first layer, the second layer. The third layer was done with Grape Jelly. And the fourth layer was done with Eggplant. I think it came out great. So there you have it. And I think that all comes out nice. I may actually make some different leaves with this same set. This is the ABC set that I made these leaves with. So I may make these with these two colors and a third color so that they match the background, because these don't quite match the background. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna make them with a different background. But yeah, so a new way of making a background. And voila, the final card. So I did indeed use Sprout and parsley and evergreen on those leaves. And I used a happy birthday die. I think I got that die from a magazine. Papercraft some more. And then I used some vellum behind it, as you can see. And here's a close-up of the background with the other thing in it. And then on the inside, I used a Queen for a Day sentiment from My Favorite Things. So there we have it. A beautiful roses card for my Aunt Jacqui. Oh, such a birthday. Now I have to tell her not to watch the video until I mail her the card. Nice. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button and look for more videos. Bye.